Ok. Empieza.
Son of a bitch, that hurt. Golly. DC, you have the cheapest teleporters. That hurt.
Venga, va.
All right, Fandomers. I think I know why I'm here. Check this out.
Vámonos. Vámonos. De los creadores de Batman Arkham. Rocksteady, efectivamente. Metrópolis, está en la mierda, ¿eh? Está en la mierda, tío. Oh. Parece la de Injustice el diseño, ¿eh? Parece el diseño de Injustice, el de Harley.
What is that? Australian for hangover?
I believe I can translate. Boomerang
Oh.
has a concussion
Sharkman.
from the enemy you missed in our last encounter.
Guess those teeth are sharper than your eyes, Sharkman. I never
Never miss.
Never miss. Yeah, we bloody know. Never shut up about it.
Task Force X. Alpha target is in the open. Get your asses to the Metropolis Grand Hotel and engage. Before I have another reason to blow those bombs in your heads.
Shit.
Ok, son 4 personajes, ¿eh? Espero que estos 4 no indique lo que quiero que indica. Espero que no lo indique. De acuerdo.
Smooth.
Vale.
Well, that should knock a few years off the old sentence.
That's reminding me of something. Oh yeah! Waller's stupid alpha target. Who are we supposed to be killing again?
Oh, super.
Whoa. Look, it's Superman. The mighty Superman has just rescued that pilot.
What a show off. Beat it, Spandex! We're on a top secret assassination mission here!
¿Es bizarro? No, es Superman, pero está como malito, ¿no? ¿Bizarro no era como pálido?
About who we're killing yet? Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have done that shot.
2022, vale, queda la de Dios a esto. Play 5, Xbox, ¿eh? Series X. Pero que cuenten un poco más del juego, ¿no? Que es, por lo menos.
Hello? How'd you get here? Did DC also teleport you into the cyberspace?
Venga.
No, they just sent me this green screen for my house.
Is it? You got a green screen? Good. That's neat. Lucky for you. DC actually teleported me into the Fandome, which really hurts. But good. Green screen. You're lucky. Cool. Good for you. Okay. Well, I guess look, the cat is finally out of the bag here. This is Rocksteady's new game, and there is a lot of anticipation behind it. right?
Uh-huh.
And the Arkham games are extremely popular, and buzz has been building behind this new game. So, what can you tell us?
Well, I'm really excited and proud to be able to reveal Rocksteady's Suicide Squad.
Vale.
It's a unique new franchise for gaming, and we've been able to put our own spin on it and create something really special that I think gamers are going to love and enjoy. Obviously, it's brought to you by the team that created Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. And in fact, this is a continuation of the Arkham verse, so a lot of the through threads and the storylines
Vale.
you're going to see come to fruition.
Secuela del Arkhamverso.
So we've been able to combine all of that core DNA with some really great, unique innovations and create what we think is going to be a totally original gameplay experience.
Okay, well, that's awesome. But let me just ask you this. Why this game? Why Suicide Squad?
Well, when we're starting any game, Rocksteady games are all about a character-driven game. You know, it's all about that kind of heart and soul of the characters that we want to bring to life. So we worked with DC. We looked at, you know, all the different properties, all the different great characters that they have. And Suicide Squad really spoke to us because of how fascinating these flawed characters are and the fact that it's fusing all of these characters together. When you're creating a game, you're creating a universe and you want to build it with real heart and soul inside it. And that's what really inspired us to make the Suicide Squad game because, you know, DC have this fantastic roster of villains and being able to actually play these villains and see the interaction and life between them is something that got us really energized and excited.
I guess for me, my biggest question, and really probably everybody's biggest question that they want to know is, and no offense, but what is wrong with you, man? Why are you making a game about a group of bad guys taking on some of the most beloved heroes of all time?
Well, I think for us, we always want to put our characters in interesting and exciting and dynamic situations. And it felt like the Suicide Squad naturally really lends itself to that. You know, even just starting with their boss, Amanda Waller, you know, she's part protagonist, but also part antagonist. You know, she's stuck these nanite bombs in their heads.
Vale, pero quiero saber qué es el juego.
This mission to take on and kill the Justice League. And I think that's where you always find, I think, the magic is when you can put characters in these situations that are absolutely impossible. And then to a certain extent, these things kind of write themselves because once you've got that premise, you just let that live and breathe and you think, right, well, how the hell can the Suicide Squad kill the Justice League? How can that even happen? And really, that's the genesis of the game. And then it's down to us to take the player on this journey and tell this story of how that could even be possible.
Hearing that, let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the stuff that the hardcore gamers like me want to know. Exactly what kind of game is this?
Gracias. Gracias.
The game is a hybrid of Rocksteady's experience in bringing characters like Batman to life, that superhero empowerment, combined with really powerful, awesome gunplay. So the superhero empowerment, I guess supervillain empowerment here is looking at each one of the individual squad members and looking at what's unique about them and transferring this into this really powerful gameplay and using, that, again, those skills and techniques that we've learned over the years, but actually adding more richness and depth to each of them. So each one of them has a richer move set, more things you can do, and more skill required to master them than you even had with Batman. So to do that across the spectrum of Suicide Squad members, it's been something that's been really enjoyable, and I'm really proud of what the team have achieved there. And then you can combine that with the gunplay, you know, the awesome weapons you're developing over the course of the game, combined with the melee weapons that you have, like Deadshot's wrist cannons, Harley's
Huele a un Destiny, o algo así.
Twin cleavers, and special enhanced traversal moves.
Huele a un Destiny o el Avengers.
Doing a fuel dump and setting enemies on fire, you know, so it's really about creating a whole spectrum of possibilities for the player to use and just letting them loose and enjoying them as much as they can.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Let's take a couple questions now. We've got a question from Altair from the UK, and he wants to know, what has been the most exciting part about working on this new game?
Well, I think one thing we were really excited about was to bring Metropolis to life. So Metropolis itself is really the fifth character in the game, and it's something we've treated the same with Gotham in Arkham City, Arkham Knight, was giving this city life beyond just kind of bricks and mortar and making it something that really speaks to the player and being able to realize it to a level of detail that's never been done before in any medium. So we created this open world over which the game takes place, and I think it's really a love letter from us to DC fans. I think they're going to love it and really enjoy it, and it's something that I'm really proud of. The team have done a phenomenal job with that.
Han comentado un mundo abierto, pero
Also from the UK, which is, you're from the UK and both questions are from the UK, so Somebody do the math. But Ellis from the UK wants to know, with the Suicide Squad game that's coming up, will we be playing as every character from the squad or just one? And if it is just one,
Vale.
which character is it going to be? Guess want some help killing Superman?
¿Jugaremos con todos o solo con uno?
The structure of the game is it's a 1 to 4 player co-op game. So if you want to play single player, you can totally play single player. I mean, our mantra has been that you play this
1 to 4
game
player
you wanna play.
co-op
So
game.
if you play single player, you'll still have a full squad with you. You'll have 2 players, 2, 3, 4 will be filled by bots who will fight along with you and really join in the fun and obviously give you that.
Si juegas en single, los demás los lleva la IA.
Multiplayer with your friends, that's still absolutely great. They can
Es un
join
puto
in and take
Destiny,
the
tío.
role of the other squad members. And the great thing is that that's a dynamic experience. So you can play some of the story single player, some multiplayer. The whole game is accessible, single player, multiplayer, in and out of those 2 modes, however you want to do it. So it's really something that we just want to give up to the fans and let them choose. And of course, if you're playing single player, the other cool thing is you can even switch between the characters. You're never locked to any particular character for any particular section of the game. So you want to play as Deadshot, jetpacking around, sniping enemies, you can do that. And then boom, just instantly switch to playing as Harley, swinging around and flying into enemies with a baseball bat around the head.
Vale, comenta que puedes cambiar de personaje en tiempo real y demás.
Play the game because we really wanted to get across that feeling of being a whole squad and not just one person going on this mission.
Lastly, I'd like to know if it's okay with you, if can I be in the new game? I'm not saying Task Force X. I'm just saying maybe just like a random handsome guy who's, you know, hanging out in Metropolis, just being handsome and dodging chunks of debris.
I think we can maybe make something work, Will.
Great. Well, then it's settled. That's awesome. That's the contract. Thank you for joining us, Sefton. It's the game looks absolutely spectacular, and it will be
Sí, vamos, espectacular.
by the appearance of me as an NPC.
Sure thing, Will. Good luck teleporting home.
I've made a huge mistake.
Are you kidding me? That game looks insane. Talk about turning the tables.
I am right there with you, Sam. It looks so awesome. In fact, you know what? I officially challenge you to a game.
I mean, we've been hanging out with the fans all day, but we also have our fan questions.
Uf.
I have